What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for those who are new here, my name is Nicole. I'm now a 5th year kindergarten teacher, and today it's all going to be about Amazon favorites for your classroom. Yes, Amazon will be your best friend, but it also can be your worst enemy as an educator. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite things that I've bought off of Amazon and how I use them in the classroom. So if that's something you want to see, then just keep watching.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
Okay, so I do want to say that I had every intention of filming this in the classroom. However, we had to give up our keys at the end of the school year, and I did not get my key back on the designated day, and the campus is closed until July 14th. So I'm stressing because I'm like, I just want to get in my classroom. I want to do all of these things. I have so much ideas, and I can't do them. So we're just going to work with what we got. I have my Amazon favorites on my computer, and we're just going to go through it. I'm going to show you what it is, have like a little picture, and then we're just going to keep going. So I think the very first thing that's 10 out of 10, I will continue to buy it, I will continue to recommend it, is Mr. Sketch Smellies. Yes, I know, right? Because they are amazing when you're trying to make anchor charts. That's just one thing that I really love, just because it's something for me to enjoy smelling it. But then also, if you have students who do morning journals, you know, they can do the morning journal, morning work, whatever, and then you can just check them off, put a smiley face on it, they get to smell it, and then go put it up. I don't put Mr. Sketch on students' skin just because there's a lot of parents who don't particularly like that, and I will respect that day in and day out. So I'll put it on their papers. When they come up to me so I can review what they have on their paper, they get a little smiley face, check mark, whatever, and I put it to the side. Sometimes, if I can tell that a student is going above and beyond, or if a student needs just a little something extra so they can feel welcome and appreciated and loved, I have them pick out the color of the smelly. And so I'll open it, I'll kind of do a little wafting in front of their face, not directly into their nose, but somewhat near it. And they get to say, oh yeah, I want that one, or no, let's pick a different one. Literally, the kids love it. When I don't do these, riots will start in my classroom. So Mr. Sketch, number 1, love it. Number 2 is the most random object, I feel like, but it is the best tool to have, especially if you have concrete walls and you can't just use push pins. A cordless hot glue gun. Yeah, because then you're not strapped to the wall and trying to have your hot glue gun on the thing and then run to the spot before it dries. You can just have it with you and just yeah, the amount of times that I've been running across my classroom trying to hot glue stuff, and my partner teacher, she was just like, no, what are you doing? And so she let me borrow her cordless hot glue gun, and immediately it was in my Amazon cart. Loved it. I will continue using it. It was a favorite. Okay, so the next one is for my students. I do give my students rewards. We do have a treasure box when they complete a certain amount of reading logs, which if you don't know what that is, because I didn't before I taught this year, especially since I was a math and science teacher. So what a reading log is you give a student a book and they track it every single night. So they just practice reading it to their parents sign off on it, and then after so many times of them reading it, they get a prize. So here are the 2 prizes and how many times they have to read their book for them to get it. So 25 times is a mochi. I love the little mochis. They're cute. I just keep it in a container. I have a system of how I log everything. They love it. They absolutely love it. They continue to ask, Ms. Todd, how many do I need to get until I'm at 25? And I have a visual for them. I'm like, okay, well, I want you to count how many more times do you need to read your book with your parents or with your guardian until you can get it. And so it keeps them responsible, it keeps them accountable, but it also incorporates, you know, different math skills as well. Now, when they hit 25, they get that. When they hit 50, they get a like little keychain plushie, and they're really cute. One of them didn't want to get the cow one, and they're like, Miss Todd, like, you have to have this. And I'm like, no, like, it's not about me, it's about y'all. So if you want the cow, you're more than welcome to take it, and then you can always just remember me by it. So it's cute, they get so excited for it. 75, I haven't had a student hit 75 yet. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. I don't like giving 5 and 6-year-olds candy, because that's just a recipe for disaster. But I'm gonna do a little bit more research on what I can get them, just to make it like a big prize, because reading a book 75 times, now mind you, it's not the same book. It's not the same book 75 times. It's the books that I do give them when we do reading groups that they have to read. So I don't know, I feel like for my boys, like Pokemon cards, like a pack of Pokemon cards would be really nice. For my girls, I don't even know. I think Disney. So I need to think about that, kind of get in my head what I want to do for it. I know you have seen these all over TikTok, all over social media, a doorbell. I love my doorbell. I love it. It is it's hands down one of my favorite pieces in my classroom because of 2 reasons. One, it helps with transitions. When my students hear that doorbell, they immediately stop what they are doing. They look for me so they can figure out what is our next task. So it's nice to get their attention, okay? The other thing is transitioning. So I normally have a slide up on the board, the timer goes off, they can normally hear the timer, but sometimes I'll just click the doorbell if they can't, and I'm like, okay, clean up, you have 2 minutes to do that, let's switch to our next rotation, and then we get started with that. So it helps with the students truly understanding what you have to say, plus transitioning, like they knew immediately, and you just have to kind of train your kids on how you want them to uphold those expectations. My students knew immediately when that thing went off, they stop what they are doing and they look around the classroom until they find me, and they have to literally look at me. So that was my favorite things, and they come in different tones. So like if you have a like camping or forest theme, there's a bird tone to it. I just kept it as just the regular doorbell. So definitely love it. And the next thing is truly more geared towards my younger elementary teachers. I'm sorry, but my older elementary teachers are probably not gonna use this as much, but I mean, like, it's something that you could incorporate. I just can't think of what I would use it when I was teaching 2nd or 3rd grade. But they're art trays. So I found a pack for 24. They're very beautiful pastel colors, love them. But obviously, when you're doing pre-K, kinder, and first, you're doing an art craft almost every single day, if not almost every single week. And the problem that I came with last year was I didn't have any trays. So they were just watercoloring, they were gluing, they were cutting with everything on the table. Pieces were getting lost, my tables were getting gross, and I was like, I need something. So I found these art trays, and I'm going to buy them and incorporate them because my other partner teachers on my team, they had them. And I was like, I need these, because if they were painting, all they had to do was just paint on top of it. And so the table wasn't getting ruined, and the tray itself was easy to clean off. So it worked so well. Plus with the trays, like, you can keep all of your pieces that you cut in it, and that eliminates everybody losing their pieces. I loved it. It was one of my favorites. The last one again is more towards my elementary teachers. You can kind of use them if you're a middle school or high school teachers, but they're the color circle dots that Velcro to the carpet. They help so much with where my line was supposed to start, where students needed to stand to wait for the bathroom, where students need to stand when they're waiting for our water fountain / sink area, because they just try to get up on each other, and then the person that's trying to wash their hands or get a drink of water, they're not able to leave because you have 3 people behind them. So I made them scoot back and give them enough room. They also are amazing with keeping your tables where they're supposed to be. Yeah, these kids will move tables all across the room and make them crooked and all of that. So my students knew, like, your front legs need to be on these dots, and if they weren't, we needed to do some adjusting, which they're kids. They're gonna wiggle around, and that's a-okay. But at the same time, we gotta get the classroom back to how it is. And then at one point, I used this as a wiggle spot. Because again, you're teaching kids. No matter if they try to act like an adult or not, you're teaching kids. Until they hit 18, they are children. So I always created a wiggle area for my students to get up, go to that spot, and they can do whatever they want as long as they are on that dot and they're not distracting the people around them. I normally put it far away from my tables, and they could do whatever. They could do squats, they could do jumping jacks, they could just walk around the little circle, they could just stand there, they can have a dance party. I didn't care as long as they didn't distract other people. And they didn't distract other people. I put those reinforcements in, and if I saw they were getting out of hand, then I just had a look, and they knew immediately, oh, nope, can't do that. But it's nice. Because even as adults, we need a reset. So if we need a reset as an adult, they need resets as well. And so I never, like, they didn't have to ask me or anything. If somebody was on the spot, they knew they had to kind of wait. But then once when that person was off the spot, then they were able to. I've never had a child fight over a spot. I've never had multiple children on the spot because I set those expectations for them. Now, before you jump on me, my students also were able to stand up from their chairs and push in their chair and just stand behind it. My students knew that I had no problem with you doing that because all my tables are separated, so it's not like a student's gonna block a view of another one. And it just helped them so much. Sometimes you just need to get out of your chair and just stand for a little bit. They're 5 and 6, they're children. They need to move around, they need to get their wiggles out. It's so important for them too. And so I don't want to penalize them for having the wiggles when I have the wiggles as an adult. So it's super important for that, so I love those spots. So I will continue posting more of my Amazon favorites. You can find them on my Instagram, my Pinterest, or my TikTok. So I'll link all of those links down below for you, but don't feel like you have to go out and spend all of your money on these things, especially if you're a first-year teacher. For my first-year teachers, I understand we want a Pinterest perfect classroom. That was me. I wanted that so badly. I saw all of these other teachers and their beautiful classrooms, and I'm like, I need that. But I'm not dropping thousands of dollars my first year of teaching, especially when I don't know if that's actually going to work or not. So my advice is get through your first year, see what does work for you and what doesn't, and that way you're not wasting your money. Our money is very precious and our time is very precious. So these are just some of the things that I found to help me, but they possibly won't help you. Every situation is different, but I just wanted to kind of put it out there just in case if you did think that these would be useful for you. So I will continue posting all of that. If you have any questions, comment down below. If you have any of your Amazon favorites, comment down below. Let's help out our community to truly buy what is necessary and helpful for our kids. So I am gonna go ahead and end off our adventure. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can join our little family. But I love you so much and I cannot wait until our next adventure. Bye guys!
'Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love.